Okay, let's go smoke that joint.
Yeah, what up? What up? We got another best ball draft going down. Hell yeah. Who is up in here with me? Let's see. We got Stranger in the house. What up? What up? And we got Howard in the house. He said, bear the fuck down. Let's go. All right. And you know what? I think just because it makes it easier on me, hopefully everyone is okay with this size of the board. And Doug said, "Can we get a neck pop?" Man, you got to start throwing in some super chats, bro. If you're gonna make me sing and dance up here for you, I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, hit that dollar sign, or if you don't see the dollar sign, go to 420crewsuperchat.com. Throw in a couple bucks over there as well. All right, and we are in round 5, middle of round 5. Okay. So far, I've only had 4 picks so far because I am drafting out of the 12 spot. And I got 2 running backs, Derrick Henry and CMC. And then I got Baker Mayfield and Kyler Murray so far. And Doug said, I got my Taco Bell burrito ready for the stream. Bean burritos and mayo. There we go. There we go. Hey, engaged Reiki. What up? What up? He said, how can I get in on one of these stoner drafts? Great question. Great question. We actually have these drafts going every single day. What time zone are you in? Just so I can tell you the exact time zone. But on the weekends, we have a morning, slash early afternoon draft like right now. And then we also have a nighttime draft, 6 p.m. West Coast time, 9 p.m. Eastern. That's every single day Eastern time. Okay, so goes down 9 p.m. Eastern every single day. Sometimes we have multiple drafts for the nighttime drafts. And then in the early afternoon on Saturday and Sunday, 1 p.m. your time. And I'm just going to throw in the link for tonight's draft. Nobody's really in there yet. A lot of stoners, people are impulsive about joining. So I will throw the link in here in 1 sec. I'm drafted number 12. So I am almost on the clock here. And I kind of messed up a little bit, man. I should have took a running back in that with that last pick that I had. Because yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good quarterbacks here still, but shit's about to change, I bet. So we go Purdy. We'll lock that down. I gotta lock down another running back here. It's very thin. I'm just gonna go Aaron Jones for my number 3. All right, nice. He said he could draft tonight. Let's go. So when you join, I mean, you see my name in there. I'm FF Hustler 420. Like I said, nobody's really joined. I just opened this up like right now. So don't join and leave. Don't join and leave. Read the bylaws so you can see because this is part of a huge tournament. And we're about to cross 200 divisions or 200 leagues, whatever we want to call them. And yeah, it's getting big. It's getting big. There's over 2,300 manager or 2,300 teams right now, not managers. I think we have 260 total managers in representing the 2,300 plus teams. And every day we're trying to get new people in. So dope that you found the stream, bro. Because I don't know, is this your first time here? I don't even know if I recognize the. I don't even know if I recognize the name. Shout out to Nick. What up? What up? Brown said feels good to draft one draft at a time. Yeah, I mean it gets pretty crazy when we do the double dip action. I will say, but yeah, it's fun. It's fun. And culinary dropout, he said, let them say we're crazy. What do they know? Put your hand in my hand, baby. Don't ever let go. Let the world around us just fall apart, baby. Can we make it if we're heart to heart? There we go. King D, shout out to the LBC. What up, bro? And Andrew said, I'm getting all my favorite guys right now to fall to me. Nice. Where are you drafting out of? You're at the number 1 spot. Okay. Did you draft? Where did you draft last time? I don't think it was the number 1 spot, but yeah, it's nice when you're at the bookends and you get guys falling to you that you want. Yeah, see, I wish I would have not been such a pussy and just took one quarterback with my 3-4 picks and then just waited until the next round because there was still a bunch of good quarterbacks, and I totally could have, like, I don't know, left Baker off or left Kyler off or one or the other, and then still got 2 quarterbacks that I liked and still had 3. Yes, everybody hit that like button, please and thank you. It's free. It's free. Hit the like button. That's the way you can support the show. And I know everybody commenting is subscribed because, I make it that way. There's too many haters out there. So, yeah, you got to be a subscriber to leave in the comments. We appreciate you. And, oh, look at Pap Nation getting Kittle over there at the 6-7 turn. Not too shabby. Said, stay getting one. Must be my lucky days. Man, I mean, take advantage while you can, because I know there's some times where I feel like I'm getting like high draft picks like in a row. But then it always comes back to where I know a lot of people like drafting out of the 12 spot. I don't necessarily care to have the bookend. It is nice, but who doesn't want a higher pick and redraft, And Howard said, yeah, dude, you warped the QB market quick. Well, see, I didn't though. Like, that's the thing. I didn't. Like, no, sometimes the crazy QB runs come in the 5th and the 6th round, or 4th and the 5th round. Like, literally, like I had my 3 and 4. Like, what if all the fucking QBs, I've seen it happen where like damn near all the QBs go in like round 4 and 5. So in my mind, if I don't take 2 right there, I'm totally screwed, but every draft is not the same. That's why I was trying to be safe rather than sorry. I would have had a way better 3rd running back had I taken a running back. Because I probably would have taken Kamara there, maybe Walker, something like that. But yeah, it was. I should have had the stones to wait. I should have, but I got 3 top end QBs. Brock Purdy and Kyler are my low end QBs. I'm feeling good about it. All right. And Pap said, I think the tight ends are a bit underrated by most in this format still, especially the big 3. Well, it's because you don't have to start a tight end. That's why. So if you had to start a tight end, trust me, those guys might be going 1st round, but that's why I've eliminated the tight end position altogether, because those guys are still valuable in the tight end premium. Very, very valuable. You actually get them at a better price now as well. It's the guys who have to start those shitty tight ends. Like, that's what I didn't want to happen, because these guys are still going to start on teams. Bowers, McBride, Kittle. I mean, all those guys are going to start on teams. It's all the guys who are way lower who don't really deserve to start. That's what I wanted to eliminate, where either you don't start those guys at all, or you do start them because they, score more points. And it's not just in this best ball. I do that in like all the leagues that I have, where I've eliminated the sole tight end spot. And shout out. Shout out to the to the peeps drafting with us right now. And yeah. Okay. So we had that dude join. Got to tell him, just pay now so you don't forget, because this will fill. We're probably going to fill. Oh, shit. I'm on the clock, though. All right. I think we're going to go Mike Evans here. This one's tough. I'm going to go Mike Evans. I'm going to go Waddle here. Let's see how this goes. And see, there's always random times where I'm like, dude, is me being a stoner slowing me down? Is it holding me up? Is it holding me back? And there may be times where I feel like it does, but man, I don't give a fuck, because like when people join and they're like, how do I get into one of these stoner drafts? I know I'm doing the right thing. And I know that it could hold me back on like overall growth, but like I don't give a fuck if people like are really hating on weed in 2025. I don't know, man. Like I just don't even want people around me like that, anyways. And what up, Smokey the Cat? And he said on a plane heading to Vegas. Any good bets for this weekend? Shit, I don't know. Like I'm not following any sports that are going on right now. We're all into football. And there we go. Engage Reiki says, holding you right where you need to be. Exactly, man, because I would rather hang out with people that are my kind of vibe. And like football, fantasy football, and just sports fans and like weed heads, like those are the coolest people to be hanging out with. And so, like, as much as I like, ever would get in my head, because, I mean, we see the other people out there, and, I see the numbers and stuff, and it's still, you know, it's got to be the racehorse that's just looking forward, And stranger, don't be hating. That is a good drop to get. Fucking B Rad. Hey, Nick Von B, what up, bro? Said, hey, Hustler, hope your Saturday is going well. I'm actually getting a rough draft of the different fantasy positions of football players. I may win a draft this year. He said, and I'm stumped on a few. Man, you really got to sign up for my one-on-one advice. That's what everybody should be doing. Like if you're worried about a draft, like you're like kind of nervous just about a draft that you're not prepared. I mean, the best way that you could get prepared, I mean, you could go do hours and hours, of research. I mean, if you want to pay $5, I actually have a shitload of things on my Patreon where you can get a good amount of research from. But for $10 a month, you get one-on-one access to me for at least one draft. If you get on the higher tiers, you get access for more drafts. And like, if assuming that you stay active on that during the season, I'll be there to help you one-on-one with your starts and sits, with your trade advice, literally with everything. So yeah, you want to get there, and it's 420crew.com, 420crew.com. It'll bring you to my Patreon, and you want to get signed up on the superstar tier or higher. I recommend getting on the highest one that you can get on. We're looking for more executive producers, and getting on the highest tier makes you an executive producer of the show. You get a shout out every show, and you get 50 raffle entries to every raffle that we do. If you're on the $10 tier or higher, you get those as well. We got 3 dope ass jerseys that are going down, and that are part of the raffle, not going down. But we got the Andrew Van Ginkel. Yes, sir. That is one of them. One of the IDP fucking studs of last year and this year. We got Tyreek Hill. It's that aqua green Miami colorway. All of these are from Pristine Auction. All of them got the certificates of authenticity included. I already paid for these, and it said that the shipment is on the way. I should be getting them. I mean, it's the weekend, so probably by Monday, hopefully. And the creme de la creme jersey is the Bijan Robinson. It's the Texas colorway. This shit is fire. And yeah, to get raffle tickets, you sign up on Patreon as a superstar tier or higher. You can also hit that $sign somewhere right next to the chat option on YouTube, and you can leave a super chat or a super sticker, and you get one entry for every dollar. You can also gift memberships. That's another way. All right. Fire ass jerseys for this raffle. Okay. And culinary dropout is Ayuk missing the first few weeks. We don't know 100%. He's on the active PUP as of right now. And so there is no guarantee that he's actually going to miss any time as of his current status. Will he be 100%, in form at the start of the season? I don't know. Probably not. Okay. Okay. And still a handful of picks in front of me. Pete said I want to mix in. Mixin last raffle should be here today. What up, bro? What's going down? Yes, sir. I know at least the people who let me know that they received their stuff so far. We have Rob, who's in California. He got his bong. Showed me him taking a fat rip out of it. Had the ice in there as well with the ice catcher. Yes, and also Phil. Phil got it and told me that he already took a few rips out of it, and that's all that I've heard so far. Who've actually received the raffle prize. So yeah, when Pete, T Swain, and Minnesota Mike, let me know when you guys get the raffle prize, just so I know you guys are good to go. And Chewy said, keep Jennings then, since Ayuk is made of glass. Yeah, I mean, the thing with Jennings, like, dude, what if he gets traded, man? He's talking mad shit, to them. He wants his extension. Culinary dropout. So you like Purdy as a 5th round, and Jennings and Pearsall as top 2 wide receivers. Jennings still might get traded. Yeah, he might. And yeah, and Ayuk sucks. He needs to like get back to form. And and we got to remember, like, I mean, CMC is going to get receiving yards. Kittle is going to get receiving yards. The defense of the 49ers, I mean, the way that it is, they're going to be giving up more points, which means they're probably going to be in more high scoring games due to shootouts and things like that. So those are some reasons. Those are some reasons why I like Brock. And you even see, I mean, I picked him as my 3rd here at the end of the 5th. Normally, he doesn't even make it that far. Chewy said he deserved it, though. What are we talking about? Jennings? All right, let's see it, Rob. Ooh, a Dunze right in front of me. Let's see here. Ooh, you know what? Man, this is tough, but you know what? Fuck it, dude. I gotta do it. Let's go Ridley. And let's go Kelsey, baby, to start the 10th. All right. And yeah, nothing too much. Well, see, like I don't think that we've heard from anybody how much he actually wants. That's kind of a tough part. We don't know how much he really actually wants with this extension. Oh, 3 years, 20 mil. Yeah, I mean, they probably should do that. I mean, they probably should. And Howard said, "Fuck, I knew it, bro. Yes." I mean, dude, Zaire Franklin is titties, man. Zaire Franklin is dope. But yeah, man. I mean, you didn't even really need a wide receiver there. So I mean, you already had 3. I mean, Ridley was me locking in my 3rd. And I even wanted to do another wide receiver there because I doubt he'll make it back to me at the end of the 11th. But man, Kelsey's just too juicy there. Yeah. And Andrew said, Pap said, yeah, Kelsey, great pick. Yeah. In the 10th round, I'll never be mad at getting Kelsey in the 10th round as potentially my last flex or one of my last flexes. Like he's the second to the last. Dominic said, I'm having a great draft at work. Nice, bro. Nice. You are having a great draft. Very even for sure. And yeah, I mean, solid QBs, solid enough running backs. I mean, maybe you took Pollard a little bit too soon there, but solid enough, I feel. And then, I mean, I don't like Jameson Williams as your number 1. Like, that's one thing that I'll hate on when we get there, just because I'm not a Jameson Williams fan like that. But yeah, outside of that, man, pretty solid, pretty solid. And Chewy said, do we trust Ridley this year? Well, I mean, look at where I'm getting him. I'm getting him as like, one of my last like flex spots. And I trust him that much. Like I just it's hard to trust their offense. We don't know exactly how Cam Ward is going to be like right away. Like we hope he comes in and is at least serviceable as a quarterback who can get it to Ridley, who can get it to Okonkwo, but we know that they're going to run the ball like crazy. We saw the flashes from Ridley last year. Well, and I mean, we've seen flashes from him before, but I'm just saying, even like when he is on kind of like one of the worst offenses in the league. We still saw some flashes. They need to get more creative with their play calling, because when they were giving him the ball as like a running back, or, you know, just like little sweeps or fucking wide receiver screens or like whatever, where they're just getting him the ball like hella quick and letting him be a playmaker, those were the fucking some of the best games that he had. So I'm just a normal person who watches football. You know, I mean, obviously I watch more than the average person, but like these fucking coordinators who are like getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars, you know, maybe even millions of dollars to like run these plays, they better do things to get the ball in Ridley's hand more often. That's all I'm saying. If they're smart, you know. So I hope that we could trust Ridley, but the great thing is get him hella late, man. We're not even drafting him as a top 24 like wide receiver, you know? Like, let me see how many wide receivers have even been drafted right now. Dude, yeah, I mean, there's 39 wide receivers that have been drafted so far. 39, 38, 37, 36, 35. I got him as the number 35 wide receiver overall. You know, like I would say, like I trust him enough at that point. He's probably on a lot of these regular ass default leagues. He's a bench player. You know, like he's not even going to be a flex spot. He's going to be a bench player on most teams. So, like, yeah, I trust him for sure as a bench player, because on most leagues, that's what he's going to be for sure. And Rob said 49ers don't have the money to pay some of their guys. Yeah, because they don't want to do cash over cap. It's where they're fucking up, man. It's where they're fucking up, dude. And yeah, everything was real fine and dandy when you got all this cap room for the 49ers. But I knew it. Once they paid Brock, once they paid any quarterback, all their fucking depth is going to go. All their depth, because everything that they were doing was predicated on not paying the quarterback any money. And they failed. They failed there. And Dominic said, I like the double dip with Goff. Yeah, but yeah, I get it. I get it. But like, if you look at last year, if you double dipped with him, you know, how good is it really? Like, I mean, maybe you think he's going to take a step up. Like, maybe he does. I don't think he's going to. He always figures out how to get hurt. You know, that's one thing that really sucks, like, about him. But yeah, man, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's ugly all around for JMO. It really is. And who's gonna throw in a super chat? If we can get a $5 super chat, I will take a fat dab. And also, anyone who throws in a super chat, you want to throw in $1 or $2, you can pick a song. And you know, it's almost I treat it like feeding the jukebox. I got Apple Music pulled up here, and I can play songs in the background while we're going. And I mean, it's Apple Music, so I got everything there. But you know what? Let's start off. Let's get a little oh shit, Pete said, where'd the crutches go? Who are we talking about? What crutches are we talking about? I think I have an idea what you're talking about. But I just want to see you say it. And oh, California love. Let's get it. Okay. Let's see. We don't want the remix. We want the regular one. There we go. Yeah. Hey. Take it easy, bro. You leave him alone. I had to get rid of my Apple Music before I forgot about it. I got it free with my new 16 Plus. Yeah. I mean, for me, it's a business write-off. So I'm always going to have it. You know, using it on streams like this and all that, like, makes it a business write-off for me. Plus, I got like the family plan as well. Like, because for me, it's like, man, my kids are huge on music. Like getting Noble to sleep back in the day had to have, you know, music on point.
The state where you never find a dance floor empty and pimp speed. On the mission for them greens. Lean, mean, money making machines, serving fiends.
Yeah, I got that CMC Derrick Henry stack. Yes, sir.
Honeys was wearing Sassoon, now it's 95, and they clock me and watch me diamond shining, looking like a Rob Liberace. It's all good from Diego to the Bay. Your city is the bomb if your city making pay. Hold a finger if feel the same way. Straight putting it down for California. Yeah.
Where are we gonna go with this trip? I think I know where I'm gonna go. Good old Watts. City of Poppy. Yeah. That's what I said. Stop talking shit about it, B. I gotta defend my guy, okay? At least on this team. Shake it down. I don't really like Jordan Addison, but to be able to get him as late as I am right now, I'm okay with it. 12th round, 11, 12, 10. That's right. All right, now I've officially got my starting lineup. Yes. Not mad at it. Stevenson or Addison would be my last. And what are we talking about, Rob? Said Jones took his job. Oh. Said, hey, draft Anthony Richardson, but if you're going to draft him, baseball. Yeah, for sure. I really don't want him. Right? Like, yeah, and look, and dude, I mean, look at how early Danny Pesos went in the 11th round in this one. He said Jones took his job. And, dude, I mean, really what it is, too, is like he keeps getting hurt. So, like, and he already got hurt. Like, I know that they said he's probably going to be fine, like, when training camp starts or whatever. I mean, we still got, 2 weeks before that happens? But, yeah, it was, I mean, the experiment failed. Like, that's all he ever was an experiment. And, oh, shit, and I totally forgot. Pete, I got to get you marked down with those entries on for the raffle. Yes, sir.
Long Beach in the house. Yeah. Oaktown. Oakland definitely in the house.
Well, there goes Hutchinson.
Hey, you know, LA up in here.
And Doug said you should let the haters hate on here.
Where you at?
How?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say Jones took his job. Yeah, I wouldn't say that Jones took his job yet either. It's going to be a quarterback competition. And I think both of them have the exact same chance of being the starter. And because I think so negatively of Anthony Richardson, I automatically think that Jones has a leg up. Because he hasn't been hurt, this offseason. Like Anthony Richardson already dealing with injuries. I'd be willing to bet AR doesn't play another snap for the Colts, barring injury. I think that as bad as Daniel Pesos Jones is, I think he's a better thrower of the ball than Anthony Richardson. And Anthony Richardson, I'm sure, is like, a way better runner. But Pesos can run, like he runs better than the statues, out there. A ghost might trip him up from time to time, but like outside of that, I feel like everything that Anthony Richardson can do great, like Jones can at least do good or, good enough for sure. And the things that Anthony Richardson does bad, like throw the ball, like Jones, I feel like is like this much better than him at throwing the ball. Harrison A. Rich not losing the dimes. Like, that's the thing, though. Like, he's losing to himself. Like, he keeps getting hurt and like all this shit. And like, really the thing where he messed up the most when he was like, man, he was like, NFL ain't even hard, bro. It's like, motherfucker, shut the fuck up. And Pete said, does that say Parsons over Franklin? Yeah, it does. This is David's first draft with us. I'm pretty sure that he likes the Cowboys as well. Supposedly Richardson has been working with Tom Brady's QB coach. It'll be fun competition to watch, better than Cleveland's. It'll be way better than Cleveland's. Like, as much as I don't like Anthony Richardson, Shadur and like all those fucks, like, playing in the fourth quarter, like, it's gonna be pretty ugly. Remember last year when Richardson came off the field because he was tired? Yeah, dude. Like, yeah, you should literally fake an injury at that point, or at least like act like you were hurt or something, or your shoe fell off or anything at that point. Like, saying that you came off because you were tired, like, dude, fucking biggest joke in the world to every football player out there, just hearing that come out of your mouth. And just a joke in general to the watchers of football, man. Like, what the fuck? You came off the field for one play because you're the quarterback and you're tired. Like, what the hell? It's different if it's the running back and you just took like a big ass hit or like something like that, and you get off the field for one or two plays and then you're back on. But like, yeah, the level of difference between the number one quarterback and the number two quarterback is usually a huge discrepancy. Like, you might as well call a fucking timeout, or something like that. Yeah, all respect lost for sure. And Pizza when AR came out of the game last year because he was tired. His career should have been over. I mean, I'm sure everybody, including coaches and the owner, and like, all lost a little bit of respect for him that day. The level of respect they lost, who knows? That's all subjective. Rob said he's injured, has been injured every year, and literally put up the worst stats ever recorded in the NFL. He's the worst QB to ever play. Whew. Yeah, man. I mean, that's just, Colts have been missing at quarterback like ever since they drafted Andrew Luck. They haven't drafted a good quarterback like since then. I don't know why you just don't go trade for one. Like, I really don't understand that. Like, I know it's like expensive to like and Pap said Jamarcus Russell. I mean, the reason why Jamarcus Russell is one of the biggest, like draft busts ever is because of how much he got paid. Like, yeah, he did horrible and he was a horrible player in the NFL. But like, he played more games than Anthony Richardson at this point. And like, Jamarcus Russell played for what? Like, I don't even remember him playing multiple years as a starter. Like, this is Anthony Richardson's what? Is his third year or whatever? Doug say he needs some tussin for that cough. Yeah, I would still say I'm gonna be, saying this for a while, that Trey Lance is the biggest NFL draft bust ever. And a lot of it is because of they traded 3 first-round picks for this guy. 3 first-round picks. And what's he played? Like 3 games in the NFL. Like, that's a draft bust. Someone who can't get on the field, like, because the Raiders were just fucked. Like, I mean, same with the Chargers and Ryan Leaf. Like, yeah, Ryan Leaf, like, hey, Rob, where you at, bro? You're on the clock. You got like 30 seconds left. Probably less than that when you actually hear me say this. But yeah, they, a lot of, you can't, the quarterbacks don't get 100% of the blame for being bad, in my eyes anymore, because the team, the play calling, like all this shit, like, if you're drafted 1 overall, not too many times you're going to be drafted to one of the better teams in the NFL. You're usually going to a bottom tier team. Pizza, imagine if Belichick was coaching AR when that happened. He would have kicked him out of the stadium instantly. Yeah, that would have, it just shouldn't be a thing, right? Like that's the thing that like is kind of like dumb. It should not be a thing. All right, we're gonna go Guadendo to lock that down. And you know, we're on the bench. We're locking down Njoku. Locking down Njoku. And Howard said, in all fairness, they did run through like 6 dudes before he had to take a breather. Never seen that before. He needs to be an OM on the field. His talent's way better than Dimes. Yeah, but if you can't stay healthy, it doesn't matter. Like if you're not smart enough as a quarterback to slide versus lowering your head, you know, into these linebackers that are fucking, you know, bigger than you, like you can't be an NFL quarterback. Like you have to be smarter than that. You have to be smarter than that. And I said, maybe you should be a running back because all of us drafted him now. You can throw better than him. Yeah. And Pap said Brock's came to save their franchise for people saying Lance over Zach Wilson. Yeah. I mean, they fucked up, man. They should have got Mac Jones. Who? Mac Jones. He was literally like the prototypical guy for their system. And engage Reiki, at least Lance made it as a backup and still has some potential. He said Russell never had that far. Well, see, but it's different when you get paid that much money and they cut you to, like, you know, make sure you don't get all your money. Like Lance was getting paid peanuts for 4 years, you know, at least against the cap. Right now he's getting paid peanuts. But no, Lance has zero potential. He has zero potential. You know why? Because the guy wears sports bras to practice. And Pete said that saved your ass, pick us. Hey, that's why I was saying. Shh. I was saying, don't tell nobody.
But don't tell nobody.
Hey, Marco from the future. What up? What up? And Rob says, serious question. Would you trade Aaron Jones and Evan Ingram for Daniel Jones in a dynasty superflex with IDP tight end premium? Dude, like, here's the thing. Like, you just think about it. Like, Aaron Jones, he's old.
Simmons is old.
I mean, what kind of trade value does Aaron Jones like really have? You know, and Evan Ingram, I mean, we're talking about a guy who's like not even drafted, you know, as a starter, you know, in redraft leagues. Like he's drafted so far down. You know, that like the tight ends in that style of format of what you are talking about, the tight ends don't hold that much value. And you know how I know? Because I tried to trade Sam Laporta and McBride like a lot. Like I'm talking a shitload of times, and nobody gave a fuck about them. Like we didn't even get to like negotiating prices. Nobody cared. And maybe it was because they thought they was going to be too expensive. Who knows? But like that's the one thing that's tough about these tight ends is they don't really hold a bunch of trade value. And there we go. Rob throwing down the $5 super chat. We're going to Dab City, baby. We are going to Dab City. So what would you guys say? Daniel Pesos Jones, who is going to be the starter for the Colts. Like we all know that he is going to be the starter for the Colts. Would you want Daniel Pesos Jones in a league where probably a little scarce on quarterbacks on your squad, probably not a lot of quarterback depth, if any at all? Or would you want the Aaron Jones and Evan Ingram side of things? And don't forget, this is a dynasty league, And the person who has Daniel Pesos Jones also doesn't have a bunch of quarterback depth as well. And Howard said, Jones, if you're winning now. Well, I would say the side that has Pesos that would be giving him up is a more of a win now team than the other side. The side that would be receiving Daniels Pesos Jones is in more of a rebuild. So just to give some context on this dynasty trade. maybe that'll help people understand, on why, and make you think differently. And dab, 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 dab. Pete said, I want neither. Snipe a good backup. Well, the league, you can't snipe a good backup because we're not talking about, we're talking about a league that's already been around for a few years at this point. The rookie draft already happened as well. So there is no drafting a better situation at quarterback at this point, just to give some more context. Okay, let's see. Aaron Jones is worth more to your team than what you're going to get in picks or players, unless someone's desperate. Jones, if I'm winning now. Pap said I'm keeping the Jones and Ingram side. Said find a younger name at QB or a more proven older one like Geno, possibly. Maybe. I know in this league, there's not a lot of teams that have a lot of quarterback depth. Like, that's one of the things that's tough, because if you have 3 quarterbacks, might not be willing to come off of one of those. Like, that's the super flex like woes of like quarterbacks, is it's usually never gonna be where like you can just find a handful of teams that are like, hell yeah, dude, I got a bunch of quarterbacks I'm willing to move. It's usually not the case. And that's really in almost any super flex league, especially in this one that we're talking about. It's QB premium scoring. Doug said Lance is better than Dak. No fucking way, dude. No fucking way. And Pete said, then they're screwed. Take Jones. And just for more context, the trade is between me and Rob, or potential trade is between me and Rob. And I said, I do have JJ stacked with JJ and just picked up Tet and Genty. Yeah, see, that's why. Like, Jones isn't even that big of a thing to the team. Let me see. And what else did you say? I know I missed. Oh, yeah, I got Stafford and JJ. But those are your only QBs, right? And you're on the clock, Rob. Are those your only QBs? I'm pretty sure, right? Stafford and JJ. Because, like, let's not forget, if you are in the Superflex League and you only have 2 quarterbacks, like, that means that you're only running 1 quarterback for 2 games throughout the season. And like, it's also one of those things where 1 or 2 games can like totally make a difference on like you making the playoffs or not. These leagues, we do have the game against the median, where you play 1 game against your the entire league, and then you play your head-to-head matchup, but you're playing 2 games a week instead of 1, and that does kind of counterbalance, if you score high. But if you don't score high, I mean, then it makes it like even worse. Okay. Where are we going to go here? Where are we going to go here? A lot of IDPs are flying also. One thing that kind of sucks here. But you know what? We're going to live dangerously. I'm going to go Kirk and getting some strange, baby. And Rob said it's also an orphan team. For me, I don't have many options. I'm in a rebuild and trying to pick up jobs cheap. Honestly, he's the cheapest starter you're going to find if he's only 28. I mean, and yeah, for sure. And here we go with the dabaroo. Turn that on. He also drafted Sanders, so he's screwed. He's screwed there. And Pap said A-Rod, A-Raj over Daniel Jones for the win now. I actually have both of those quarterbacks on my squad. He wants Pesos more than Rodgers. So that's also more context into the trade. Marco, he said it took me a while to notice my stream was like 25 minutes behind. Always hit that live button. Woo! Woo! Pizza name drop. That QB, that teams have been calling about low key that he could start on 3 teams. Is he on a team right now? Is it someone not on a team right now? Oh. Yeah, Rob. Thanks for that super chat, that dab. Woo! Fire. I mean, whew. Marco said, I thought I did. Man, you just got a little too high. I messed up. And Howard said that happened to me. I'm like, damn, I'm 40 minutes behind. I just closed my Mac. Yeah, see, that's one thing is so it's because of YouTube, like, not wanting people to get bullshit watch time, if that makes sense. You know, like it doesn't, like, it pauses if like you if you like shut your computer or whatever, like it pauses the shit. So that is one thing that I've noticed. They don't want people like fluffing the system and like being like fake ad, like nobody watching an ad that someone pays them for or whatever. All right. Let's get the queue going here. Oh yeah, let's get it. Come on. And Peyton Manning threw the most interceptions ever. They wasted Lance, never gave a boy a chance. He did get a chance. He got hurt. When you keep getting hurt, you're not fucking wanted. So yeah, they gave him a chance. Like they gave him multiple chances actually. He's not good. Like, or not as good as like people are fucking hyping him up to be. That's for sure. And like even then, like I mean, he's only fucking drafted because of Carson Wentz's bitch ass, like where he fucking the same school that he came out of or whatever. And like Carson Wentz ain't worth a shit either, so he said, "Nah, just tired, way too damn hot over here, man. How hot is it over there?" He said, "Yeah, he's a backup, but the team who just drafted one say he's expendable for the right price." So I know 2 teams have been heavily inquiring about this QB. Okay. Is he a former Super Bowl champion? But I haven't seen the news nationally, although I could have missed national exposure. Okay. We got a couple people auto drafting right now. Sounds good, Brown. You'll be leading the line for the grades. At least as of now, if someone throws in a super chat for the grade, they will be they'll jump to the front. Okay. I think I know who you're talking about. I think I know who you're talking about. All right, I am on the clock here. I got no IDP. I think it's time to at least get one person on IDP. Let's see if I should go with another IDP or a skill player here. Man, you know what? Let's get another running back. So make sure we got some depth. And Doug said Lance will take over Dak Market. Bro, Lance doesn't even play on the Cowboys anymore, bro. Like that shows how in tune with Lance you actually are. Paps, as a Cowboys fan, Lance showed more than many others, given one start at QB. For us, he looked good. I mean, I that's subjective for sure, for sure. Pap had to be the one to break the news to him. Yeah, like, and that shit ain't happening. As much as Dak gets paid, like Lance, like without an injury, Lance ain't playing nowhere. Like Lance will never be given a shot to be a starter without any kind of injuries like happening around him. Like it's not gonna happen. Thoughts on the trade I made in the 23 orphan I picked up. Throw it in the chat for me. Throw it in the chat for me. Marco said it was 90, not used to that kind of heat. Oh man. I feel like in Vegas now when people talk about the heat, I'm like, but the humidity is a thing. There's like zero humidity here in Vegas. So like unless you're in the direct sunlight, like it's hot, but it's like it's bearable. But yeah, it's been like 110 this past week, so it's fucking hella hot. Hella hot. And let me see if I can find. Oh wait, actually, hold on. Actually, hold up here. Got a trade I gotta go push through. Oh, and just a heads up for anyone who's seen those the Anarchy Dynasty League that I started. I started another one because some people like they didn't make it in time, and they didn't make it in time, and so I opened up another one. It's a $30 $30 Dynasty League, and you start 8 flex spots and 2 super flex spots. So like the reason why it's Anarchy is because like literally anything can happen that anybody wants. You can like literally build whatever style of team that you want. Lance has a Super Bowl, Dak don't. What, a Super Bowl loss as a backup quarterback? I mean, yeah. I mean, there's Super Bowl champion backups who I mean, they're better than that. That like with that logic, that means what? Kenny Pickett is better than Josh Allen, right? They just keep giving Watson and Anthony chances. They can't give Lance a shot because Lance sucks, bro. Like that's the thing that you're forgetting. Like Lance has never. I mean, if you're talking about Anthony Richardson, like yeah, I mean his chances are about to run up. Like this year, like Pesos is about to be the starter, and the and Watson, like come on, man, Watson showed it already in the NFL. Like they just got to get him back to like that form, and he just probably doesn't want to play in Cleveland. Cleveland sucks. Dominic said 25, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for Cooper DeJean and Geno Smith. The only QBs I had were Stafford and Rodgers. Yeah, that wasn't a bad trade at all because to be able to get a starting QB for even just those picks, like alone, and then Cooper DeJean's kind of whatever, like right now, but yeah, I felt like it was really good on you. I was surprised that you got a quarterback that cheap, and yeah, I think sometimes that was with Big Tons, right? I think he had like an extra, like I think he maybe had 4 or 5 quarterbacks, but yeah, I could never get a trade like that with him, like it would never happen. He would like just charge me more. All right, here we go. Rob, then me. We're in the 19th round. Let's see. Mm-hmm. All right. Oh, he got anal zone. He got anal zone. Ah, that sucks. Let's go Josie Jewel. And let's go Josie Jewel. Oh, man. Who the fuck do I want with this next pick? Fuck it. Let's go Yvonne Pace. Yeah, Marco said only starting kickers. And Doug said Brock Purdy's trash. He's not the best. I've already said that. Like, he's not really like as talented as a lot of people think. It's like that system. And Dominic said, yeah, grab Dart and Loveland. I was happy. Yeah, I mean, getting Dart for sure. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Let's smoke some more weed. Let's get a song going. Okay. Baby. 47 days. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. We are so close, man. We are under 50. Under 50. He said, and the rookie sitting on the bench. Yeah, I mean, now with Mike Williams out of the picture, though, you know, that's one less person that he has to leapfrog to get in a more to get, like, you know, to be number 2 on the squad. And Marco said, how many times have you drafted QJ? Me? Like, maybe once if I like fucked up, but like I will like it's probably 0. I mean, Howard, he's only been in a couple of these so far, and I don't know if he's drafted him in every draft, but I know he's got him in at least 1 or 2. Mark's the one who's drafted him in a shitload. Mark has drafted him in a shitload. Yeah, Rob said Mike Williams has a better shot at being top 25. Oh, man. And Pete said, eating crow on Quentin Butterfingers, never. But he said, on my IDP comeback player, different story. We'll see, man. We shall see. Yeah. Everyone loves a nice comeback. Nice comeback story. That's for sure. But you know what? I'm going to survive, man. I'm a survivor, but also a fantasy pusher, man. Oh, wait, no. That's the wrong one. Hold on. Where the fuck is it? Where is it? On Patreon, because the important stuff, like the best ball stuff, there's a best ball collection on there. And the recap will always be the top thing on there because it'll be the most recent thing posted. All right, we're gonna go Demario Davis here. And then, you know, it's round 24. We're going to go Darren Waller. He is going to be a starter over there, and I am really far down the list. And Tyler said, what's QB premium? So QB premium is something that I invented, okay? And it starts off with the 6-point passing touchdown, which I did not invent, okay? But it's just the combination of all these things. And then the second part of it is the yardage. So the default yardage for quarterbacks is 25 yards. Every 25 yards, your quarterback gets a point. With mine, it's every 15 yards, the quarterback gets a point. So it's a lot more close It's a lot more closer to, you know, the running back and wide receiver points than the default. And it makes it to where the rushing quarterbacks don't have a super extreme advantage because of the discrepancy between running back points and QB points. What up, Matt? He said, quick segue. Dak still sucks. Oh man, that made me cough even more. What up, Chris Bear? Woo! Pap said one in Hunt and Waller here. R.I.P. Man, they both got snatched. Both got snatched. Tyre said it's pretty good. That probably should be standard. I hope one day that it is. Because the quarterbacks woo, the quarterbacks, no matter what the format, whether it's single QB, whether it's super flex, whether it's my crazy 3 quarterback leagues, they should be, if not the most important players. They should, man, I wish I could get real people following on Kick. Like the only people who like ever find my channel are like the people who are like trying to like sell me a whole bunch of shit. Like that's it. All right, I'm up next. Let's see where Rob goes here. You are on the clock, Rob. Let's see. Ooh, Witherspoon just went. And Howard said Kick. Yeah, so Kick. So I'm not just streaming on YouTube. I like right now I'm streaming on 2 different YouTube channels. I'm streaming on my Facebook personal page. I'm streaming on my Facebook business page. I'm trying to make these picks here. Who am I gonna pick? Yeah. Probably should go IDP here anyways. So let's go Monte Taylor and Leonard Williams. And then I'm also streaming on Twitch, which isn't a streaming app. I mean, it's a lot of gamers on there, but you know, we got a little following over there. And then on Rumble, which is like almost a different version of YouTube, but it's a little bit more creator friendly. And then Kick, it's kick.com, just like Rumble, it's rumble.com. And yeah, so I'm streaming there as well, just trying to stream to as many places as I can. The streaming software that I have, it has the ability for it. So just trying to get myself everywhere that I am, everywhere that I can. And yeah, fucking Kick. I'm like, I'm brand new over there, like literally only been streaming there a couple weeks, and it's more gamer shit like over there as well. So you know, I just stream to the sports page over there, and you know, maybe during the season we'll get more sports people, you know, watching. And yeah, crazy outreach. I didn't even share the link into the yeah, let me go do that now, because if I remember on Facebook, I mean, I have a group with 100,000 and I have a group with 6,000. And yeah, it's really just me like fucking needing to remember to go like share the stream over there. So I'm gonna do that right now. I'll just share it into a few other groups. Okay. But yeah, while I'm here, might as well share it to every fantasy group that I can. And I should do that at the beginning of each stream, but sometimes I get high and forget. But yeah, I think all the groups that I'm sharing it to right now, probably talking about 200, 300,000 K like reach. So we'll see if anybody joins in. Sometimes people just watch and not do shit. And Tyler said Twitch doesn't really have that many fantasy football people on there. Yeah, exactly. So like we have people who are, they're always showing, like there's like a small group of people who like will show up on Twitch, most of the time for us, but not really that many. But if anybody, if you are a Twitch goer, and if you have what's it called, Amazon Prime, you can subscribe on Twitch for free. That'll get you some entries into each raffle as well. And there goes the Twitch link. And what the hell did you say, Tyler? You said something about IDP. Where was it? What's the point difference between the IDP and the regular players in this range? The IDP are probably way higher scoring in this range, but it's not always about drafting best player available. Sometimes you got to draft for team need. So you got to have, you have to have more offensive depth than IDP depth because we have more offensive starters. It's 10 offensive starters versus 5 IDP starters. And the reason why I made it 5 IDP starters instead of having something like super crazy is because I want brand new people like who've never played in IDP before to not feel like super overwhelmed and like feel like they're throwing away their money because they don't know IDP. So like 5 is super easy to fill for your starters. And I tell everybody get like 10 or 11, as a good amount. And I feel like a lot of people have gotten their very first, intro to IDP because of this tournament now, and I want to keep it that way. So it's included, but it's still very, very easy to put together a good roster, whether it's your first time drafting an IDP or, if you drafted 100 of these. Obviously, if you drafted 100, you're going to know more players, so you'll be a little bit more savvy in the later rounds. But even now, the ADP is a billion times better than it was when we started this in what's it called, in March. Because now there's I know that we affect the IDP ADP. We're doing so many IDP drafts that I 100% know that we affect the ADP for IDP, because guys like Alontae Taylor, for example, dude, you couldn't even find him on the list. Like now he's on the list. Like now, like he's easily a lot more like if you search him, obviously, but now just like scrolling down, you can actually like find him. Before, he was so far down the list, you would never scroll down that far. So the best strat, probably slamming normal players without taking any IDP first and then just take IDP. Well, yeah, I mean, I would say only a couple times will you see someone take IDP before they picked all their defense. But you look here in round 9, I mean, for sure these guys do not have all of their offensive guys by that time. This guy took 2 back to back. He took 2 back to back. So they haven't even filled in all their offensive starters. So like me, I didn't draft my first IDP until round 17. But the guy that I took in round 17, I have him as my number 15 overall IDP. So there's just certain guys who slip. And all my rankings are available on Patreon. You have to be a paid member, though, at least a $5 member. That's 420crew.com. It says probably hard to take Cooks over some of the IDP. Well, yeah, yes and no. I mean, I think T. Swain, is he a Cowboys fan? I think he might be a Cowboy fan. So, I mean, that could be one of those things. But, or wait, no. I think he is a Cowboys fan. But also, yeah, Cooks isn't on the Cowboys anymore. But, yeah, it probably is. But look at that. I mean, you look at his last 6 picks. 4 of them are IDP. But he mixed in 2 wide receivers in there because, like, I don't know if he doesn't have good wide receiver depth or what, but I mean, decent starters. He's got 3, 4 in the starting lineup, but yeah, then he has 4 more on the bench because you got to get more bench offense than bench defense, no matter what. Like you have to, because you start double the amount of offense. So, but there's some times where people go IDP crazy because like you're literally like thinking right now, it's hard to take an offensive guy when these IDPs will probably score way higher. Yeah. Here we go. Another Bolski, guys. And Pop said draft grade so far. I would say it's probably a B- on the QBs. B+ on the running backs. I mean, these grades are going to stay the same either way because I just graded off of your starters, and I'm on deck, so I'm paying attention to that at the same time. Higgins, Kittle, Moore, Olave. Probably like a B. Yeah, it's probably like a B. So what did I say on that? B-, B, and a B-. Okay. Back to me here. I probably don't have to do this right now. But I think I'm going to, just so I don't have to worry about my backup quarterbacks, because I'm not getting Kyle Trash. You guys could go get him if you want. Yeah, Cali Jam, we do 35 rounds, a lot of different approaches to the draft. Depends on who you're drafting with, for sure. Like that makes that, like, that's one of the biggest variables, is who you're drafting with. And you look at like the peeps in this one. I mean, Pap Nation at one, kind of new. Lassie Long, I mean, he's done a bunch at this point. Like, I'm pretty sure he's over 20. Ryan Hawks, I mean, he's in a bunch, but well, no, I think he's maybe in like 10. T Swain's getting his numbers up. I think he's at like 20 right now. Brown, I mean, shit, he's in like a million. David K, first draft. Doc Doom, he's only been in a couple so far. Howard, what is that? Beaming Horse 69.
69 dudes.
He's been in a couple so far. Beyondo, I don't even know how many he's in right now. Let me go see. 17 so far, so he's getting close to that 20 mark. Met Skins, he's only in a couple. Rob's in a bunch of these. How many is Rob in? I know Rob's in a bunch. Rob is in 47. Yeah, about to cross the 50 mark. Let's go. And then this is my 75th. 75, staying alive. Tyler said, have you ever looked at the lab fantasy football to see who people draft? Nah. Like who? Like, what do they show there? Pizza, like drafting with new people. Hell yeah, dude. That's why we got to just keep getting more and more, people in, because, these new people, I mean, they're only new for so long. I mean, dude, guys like T Swain, like he hit the ground running, like with the crew, like right in the beginning. And Pop Nation, I mean, shit, since he joined this, he's been on it. He's been in a handful of these so far. Same with Howard, in a handful. Beyondo's is the man. Like, he's been inviting new people like in as well, helping this grow. So yeah, man, I appreciate you guys. I feel like I feel like no matter what, I want to do something cool for maybe like I don't know, like the top 10 managers, like in the league. I'm not really sure what it is. It's kind of just like, flowing in my head, like as of right now. I'm not really sure what, but I want to do something for like the top 10 managers, like in the tourney, outside of whatever money, is won. Because I don't think it's gonna be money necessarily. Like, just trying to think of like something cool, like to do. It might not even be something super expensive. Just trying to think of something cool. Tyler said it shows people's most drafted players on Sleeper. Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't looked at that. I mean, there's a couple like sites out there like that. But no. Like it's funny because like if someone looked up me, like I wonder how it would even come up because there's so many leagues that I commission that I don't even draft in. All right, Tony throwing down the super chat, and I did tell you guys if we got a super chat in there that they would jump. And oh yeah, same thing with Dominic. He did he did that a little bit earlier. So Dominic's first, then Tony, then Brown, then Howard. That's gonna be the 4. And I'm about to start that like real quick right after this dab for Tony. And I'm only grading off of what's there. So if you don't have your backups or whatever yet, that'll come into play. If you end up getting your backups, I mean, you can, kind of bump that up one later. How many IDP do I have? I better check that real quick. 1, 2, 3. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I need at least 3 more. All right, we're good. And he said, I kind of like the daytime drafts for sure, man. I mean, they happen a lot earlier. Every Saturday and Sunday, I'm doing it. I'm telling everybody, like, dude, if you guys can take that Thursday off, we'll do as many fucking drafts as we can. Like an early one like this, an afternoon one, and then like and then a whole bunch that'll happen at like 2:00 West Coast time, and those will be like the final drafts. Last year we filled 4 of those drafts at like the very last day. I bet we could fill like 10 drafts that day. Like we might need to like get up to 300, like because we're gonna be so close, man. Nice UFC tonight, and the draft is a great night. Hell yeah, dude! And for those who don't know, I'm involved with the streaming service where you kind of get like everything under the sun, all for $40 a month, and you get the UFC fights as well. So that's like in addition to like every other sports package that is out there. So it's a really great time to get involved with it. Only $40 a month. It's gonna get you every single football game on there, plus Red Zone, and then all the UFC fights as well, all the boxing matches as well, WWE. If if you're into WWE, I'm just gonna go these 2 guys right now and then hit my dab. And okay, so let me throw the link in because once you sign up, I will send you everything via text. Well, text or email. If you don't want to leave your phone number, you don't have to. But let me get the link for you guys right now. And I'm the only one that you'd be dealing with, so you don't have to worry about dealing with anybody other than me with all of this. You need an Amazon Fire Stick. Those you can get cheap from anywhere that has electronics. You can also use on your iPhone, your iPad, or a computer. Woo! So here you go. Here's the link where you pay. If you have Zelle, it's better if you do Zelle, because then you don't pay. Well, you have to have it set up where I eat the processing fees on the $40. On the $40. So either way, it's $40 for you. Woo! Tyler said you're in 104 leagues, and the most drafted players are Leonard Floyd, Kyle Van Noy, Godwin, Mad Buki. There we go. And like for the longest time, Leonard Floyd, Kyle Van Noy, and Mad Buki were like 33, 34, and 35. I've since had to raise that up a little bit. But I wonder if that's correct. The 104. Let me see. Because I'm in how many dynasties? 31 dynasties, I think. And then this is my 75th. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it might be. And sounds good, Howard. if you're not going to pay through Zelle, you can just pay through that link, and then you'll pay through that link, and then you'll leave your cell phone number on there. I'm the only one who will see it, and then I'll text you all the info on that. All right, we're going with Dominic first. Okay. And actually, let me get a couple more peeps in my queue here real quick, so I can already have some people ready. Ugly options. Actually, you can send me the link on Sleeper. You said computer not working. Okay. Oh shit. Let me see. All right, and sending you that link. On sending you that link on what's it called, on Sleeper. And all right, almost back to me. Yeah, fuck it. And here we go. Let me zoom in here. Oh, no on me. Floyd and Butte. Okay. Yes, sir. You're going to love this, man. It's the shit. I've been using it for, I think, almost 4 years. And I've been like working with them for like probably like 3 years, like on this. Like, it's the best thing going, man. It really is. He said, I need a Fire Stick, right? Yeah. So if you live close to like a Walmart or a Target, if you're not canceling Target, or just anywhere like that where you get electronics, they have them there, so you can go there and buy them. And they're like, I mean, they're on sale right now with like Amazon, because it's the Amazon Fire Stick. So I don't know if they're on sale like at those places, but usually like 20 or 30 bucks, you can like pick one up. And that's just one time you pay for it, and then you got that's the hardware you need, and then I get you hooked up with the software that you need, the app. And yeah, it's got movies on there. It's got TV shows on there as well. And I mean, really, it's for like, people who watch all sports. Your sports better. You're a fantasy football goer. Like, this is the best investment that you can make, because you get all the games, all of them. All of them. You can even watch. So you can technically watch 4 of them at once. I don't think I have a good enough Fire Stick that kind of just does all that. That has enough memory capacity, because I can only watch 3 at a time before it starts buffering. And the pizza, can't you get them on Amazon? Yeah, but I know he wants to watch the UFC fight tonight. So like, if well, at least I think he does. I can't remember if he's the one who brought up the UFC fight, but you know, if you want to watch the UFC fight, you got to go pick one up in person. You know, because I don't know if I don't know if you'll be able to get it from Amazon. You know, by then. But if you are gonna get it from Amazon, yeah, get it there. Get it there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end up getting one of those like fire cubes. I think they cost like $100, but they're like $100, but it's like just way more memory on it and shit. And I think then I would be able to geek out with like 4 games at once with that thing. But those are like $100 versus like 20 or 30. So that's the difference. And so yeah, Prime's fast, but it's not that fast. Yeah. I mean, there's some things that I could get same day, but I think it's because I live in Vegas and you know it's like a huge ass hub for Amazon. Okay. Yeah, the Fire Cube sounds better. Yeah, I mean those ones are like $100 or $120, but it's worth the investment. You know, if you're going to be watching a lot of sports on it, because it's like a computer. You know, like I think of it like a computer or a cell phone. One has, you know, I don't even know how many fucking gigs of memory it has, but it's very small. The Cube has like hundreds of gigs of memory, so it's just like way more. Hey, what up, Johnny? He said, popping in. He said, drop a like on the way to work. He said, one more shift till my weekend. He said, see y'all tomorrow for some drafted. Fuck yeah, bro. Fuck yeah. Pizza, unless they drone drop it. Well, man, I mean, I can get, like I said, I can get some same day shit. And I can get some same day shit from there. All right. It's about to be my pick. It's fucking slowing everything down when I'm in the draft because I got to, like, not get fucked on my picks here. Oh, now I'm on the clock. All right. Well, let's go Naylor with one of them. And fuck it. I got Njoku, so let's get Fan in with the other one. Okay, here we go. Beyond. Beyondo. We got Joe Burrow, Goff, and May. Let's see. Backups. Browning, Dobbs, and Hooker. Got them all. So Burrow's an A, Goff's a B, Drake May's like a B to me. So I think I would call that a B plus. And then you got the bench guys, so it's gonna bump it up to an A. Running backs, Jacobs, Cook, Pollard. Jacobs a B plus, Cook's a B, Pollard's a B minus. Warren's also in there as well. Warren's a B minus. So if anything, he's bringing it down even more. I'm gonna say a B total for those guys. And the wide receivers definitely where you're gonna take a little bit of a hit. Jameson Williams, Sutton, Myers, and Mandrews. And I mean, to me, Jameson Williams a B minus, Sutton's a B, Myers is a B, Mandrews is a B minus. So I think we're just gonna call it a B total. I mean, it's 2 and 2, so we'll call it a B total. And IDP, Caden Ellis, Jordan Brooks, Bobby Wagner, Henley, Quincy Williams. It's a nice top 5. Then Dorian Williams, Mo Rig, Adebo. Yeah, I don't know if Mo Rig's going to do it over there. Like, man, he's okay. But, like, man, I don't know. He's just going way too high. There's way other guys who I would rather have than that. And it seems like he's always going in a range that seems too high for me. But I guess because I really don't want him. I don't think it's going to be good. Or like, I don't think it's going to be top end, or even like, even potential top end. And Adebo, Ashton Davis, McMillan. Man, I'm going to say a B plus. I mean, there's a couple guys on there who bring it down a little bit, but yeah, it's solid. And bench, Kincaid, Ford, Roshan, Thielen, Slayton, Michael Lloyd, Bryant, and Michael Lloyd style points, even though they said they're not sure who the official backup is going to be yet. Uh-oh. Almost on me. And McLaughlin, Theo Huxtable, Johnson. I'm going to say I'm gonna say a B minus, but it's like it's really close. It's really on the threshold. I mean, there's 3 guys who I think would be making a difference there. And I'm on the clock. Let me make this last pick here. I mean, everybody is not good in this area. Fuck it. All right. Got DeMarcus Robinson with the last one there. Even though he's probably going to be suspended for, or 3. Who the fuck knows? And okay. Oh shit. Yeah. Pete said Mixon just got there. Fuck yeah, bro. And I don't know if you're able to. I didn't ask any of the weed smoking, people, but I was gonna ask you and T Swain. If T Swain, if you're in here listening, also when you guys get the jerseys, if you could like open them and like you don't really have to say much, but you could just say like got my jersey from the Hustler or like whatever, or won my got my raffle prize from the Hustler, or something to that nature, and then like show the jersey off. That'd be fucking awesome. It could be real quick. You don't even have to be on screen. You could just do the jersey, if you don't want to put your face on there. If you want to shout out the 420 crew, you can. If not, just shouting out the Hustler, but letting people know, because yeah, man, I want to get people involved with these jerseys. And yeah, these next ones are going to be fucking dope. For those who don't know what raffle is coming up next, I got 3 dope ass jerseys so far. We got Van Ginkel, the purple. We got Tyreek Hill and Bijan Robinson. So we got some fire ass jerseys. The raffle is going to be taking place on opening day. Opening day. Okay. So Biondo, he got an A for the quarterbacks, a B for the running backs, a B for the wide receivers, a B plus for the IDP, and then a B minus for the bench. So that's going up 3, and that's it. That's an 88 overall. Good shit. Good shit. And yeah, what I was saying was if you could take like a quick video of like the jersey, you can decide if you want to put yourself in it or not. And just say something like, oh yeah, I got my raffle prize from the Hustler or something, to that nature. Oh yeah, did you get it? You already got it? Yes. Yeah, so I want just some kind of quick video. And if you guys if you want to post it on Facebook, that'd be fucking awesome. If you in the fantasy group and then tag me, that'd be even better, because that's the group I'd love it to go to. I mean, we got 100,000 people there. Only so many people like know me, out of that group as a whole. That'd be awesome. If you want to just record it and send it to me, you could do that also, and I'll post it. But yeah, it looks better if it's like you guys posting it from your Facebook accounts and then tagging me, and then then I can like tag everyone in the group or like whatever. And okay, yeah, 88 for Biondo. And here goes Tony's up next, then Brown, then Howard. Thanks for the super chat, guys. You guys are the shit. There goes T Swain. He's right next to Brown. Okay. Lamar, Trevor, Rogers. Any backups? Rudolph, Rush, and Mullins. Got them all. Got to catch them all. Got to catch them all. So Lamar's an A, Trevor a B, Rogers a C plus. So I feel like because Rogers is so low, it's almost gonna like bring Lamar Jackson and him to like a B with Trevor. So we're gonna call that a B. But then you got the backups, so that's gonna bump it up to a B plus. And Tony said, what group? Your Facebook? Yeah, if you're not in that Facebook group, if you just want to post it on Facebook in general and tag me, and you want to tag my personal profile, if you were there, if we did not meet on Facebook, Tony, because now I'm like wondering, did you just come in? I can't remember if we met in that group. I'm pretty sure me and Pete met in that group, but and most of the people that I come across with, for fantasy, we meet in that group in one way or another. But it's either there, YouTube, or Sleeper now, because some people might just invite people and you end up making it into the league. So yeah, if you could post it to the Facebook group, that's the fantasy football advice for experts, gurus, and beginners. And it's like there's 99 or 98,000 or like something in there. Okay, cool. He said his was on Sleeper. Okay, well then you can just text it to me if you want. That'd be dope, and then I can post it. But yeah, sweet. Yeah, I love when people come through Sleeper as well, because that means that somebody shared the link and got in somewhere. Love it, love it. Appreciate you, bro. You've been involved with everything. Yeah, and so B plus for the quarterbacks. For the running backs, Hall, Brian Robinson, and ETN. And yeah, for Brian Robinson,
Got a bullet in his bubbles. He got a bullet in his bubbles. You can be out of party king too, but you can catch a bullet in your nose.
oh, no way. And Pete said someone told me that you were running super flex drafts in the tournament in that group, and I reached out. Nice, nice. Fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Man, I love it because it feels like this year more than ever. Maybe it's because it's year 5. Like, I don't know, people can trust me a little bit more knowing that I've been doing this at least 5 years since COVID now, to where they just feel more comfortable, telling their friends about it, or they've just been seeing me in that group doing this for, more than 5 years in that group. But, just YouTube and everything in general, and where everything was like an actual business. So yeah, like, appreciate everybody who shares the info, because that's been helping us grow like crazy. That's why 300 leagues is even like potentially in the potentially in the sites. And man, I really don't want the slow drafts to like end, but it sucks because there's like one person who, like, now multiple people are kind of just like taking a stance against. So like, I need some other people to like help get these slow drafts, filled. And I think we might have filled the one that we have right now. Let me go double check. That is the me, myself, and Irene. And actually that one filled. So all right. And Tony said he's down. All right. So okay. All right. We have a handful of people in there who said that they would still do them. And I don't know what happened. Oh, dang it. Okay. So, you know what? I'm going to have to open up another fuck it. All right, we're going to do it. Okay, so we got the 8 Mile division. That's a slow draft now, and let me throw that in the chat for anybody. All right, here we go. This is next slow draft. All right. Yeah, let me go actually make sure to set this up for the 4-hour clocks. And the auto stop at night. Okay, there we go. Shared it. 8 Mile. There we go. And Dominic said, oh shit, what happened? And so there's just there's one person who doesn't tag people when they're on the clock, and it's probably just not one person, but it's one person who does a lot of drafts. So like there's a couple people who like really get annoyed by that one person, and so they won't do slow drafts anymore. And I feel like just when it's like a small group of people that were like doing a bunch of drafts, it kind of like slowed things up. But this one filled so fast because I told everyone it might be the last one, but maybe not. Nice. There we go. Tony said join both Facebook groups. Cool. Let me because I might have to. Yeah, hold on. Let me go. What the fuck? Let me see. Did you get in? I wonder if someone accepted the invite. Hold on. I gotta go check just to make sure. Yep. Gucci. Okay. Let me go check the other one. The other one's the Dynasty. There we go. Boom. All right, you're in there. Perfect. Might as well let these other people in there who answered all the questions. All right, cool. There we go. You're in both. There we go. And he said, and I hit in on that second slow draft. Okay, let's go. I've joined just because of the name, which, yeah, what up, Jamie? What up, motherfucker? And oh, Jamie's on Facebook. Yeah, let's get it. And Pete said I joined just because of the name, which, the 8 Mile. Oh, I mean, come on, man, 8 Mile Road. Yeah, for sure, man. Love 8 Mile. Okay, there we go. We already got 33% of the league filled. Okay, where the hell did I leave off at? Oh yeah, and then tomorrow morning is the Get Rich or Die Trying. So get ready for that. I'm gonna post that once we get tonight's draft filled. I mean, depending on how quick it fills, you know, we'll get another one. I am gonna be out and about. Me and Noble, we're going to go meet up with with Zip Him Up Darren, him and his son, and we're gonna go to Dave and Buster's, and yeah, it's gonna be good. And the deal that I got at Dave and Buster's right now, you know, I got one of those special VIP cards. I mean, shit, we got unlimited games on this card, but you do have to wait like, I don't know, 30 seconds or 60 seconds. You can't just run the card. And there's a couple games that you can't play because of that card. And then what's it called? There's I get 30% off of food as well. So man, I'm trying to hit up Dave and Buster's when I can so we can get these deals since I already got the card that's getting me these deals. Fuck yeah, man. The 8 Mile Road. I saw 8 Mile 2 times on the Friday that it came out. I ditched school that day and we saw it in the morning, like the very first showing of the day. And then cause it came out on a Friday. And yeah, just like 3-day weekend, bro. And I'm pretty sure I was 18, so I think I just called myself in sick to school at that time. And or no, maybe I wasn't. Nah, yeah, maybe we just ditched that day. It just didn't matter. I didn't ditch that often, so that was something worth ditching school for. And yeah, so we went the very first showing of the day. I don't know, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, whatever time it opened. And then we went to the very, very last show. And man, I went to school with the ticket taker. The show had already sold out. But they were like, hey, the show's already sold out, but I'm giving you 2 tickets, but you better go get your seats because the show's sold out. So someone's going to get screwed. And then we're like, okay, it ain't going to be us that's going to get screwed. So we went and we fucking got in there like as quick as we could and got seats. And then we saw the 2 people that got screwed. I felt sorry for them. But, you know, I was like 17 at the time, man. It was you either smoke or you get smoked at that point. And they got smoked. Mom spaghetti, you already know. Okay, where the hell did I leave off at on T Swain? My bad, dude. So, oh yeah, I don't even think I did the running backs. So to me, Brees Hall, B Rob, and ETN, both B minuses. So I'm gonna say it's a B minus total. They're gonna bring him down to their level, to the B minus. And then wide receivers, Puka, JSN, both B pluses. Flowers is a B minus though, and Diggs is a B minus to me. And what 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and Mooney is also in there as well. I mean, Mooney's like a C plus to me, so he's gonna bring it down a little bit as well. So They're not gonna bring it all the way down. But if we got more players on like B minus or below, they're gonna bring it down. They're gonna bring down those B plus or even an A guy if there's only 2 up there. So they're gonna bring that down to a B on that. And sorry, the grades are they're getting a little bit they're getting a little bit tougher, but it's just because we're all getting better. And the whole point of this is draft practice. Like that's the one thing that we got to remember. Like it's not just draft practice. Obviously, we're all trying to win like a lot of money, but we're doing these drafts because it's fun. But this is huge draft practice for all the redraft leagues. Like we are gonna shit on all of the redraft leagues that we are actually in because of whatever the redraft people, they're not even showing up until like maybe like right now. Most don't even show up until August. And we're going to be like so many drafts deep at that point that like they're not going to be able to handle it. Not going to be able to. So like that's why I'm grading tougher, because as we get closer, we got to buckle down. Like we can't fucking rest on our laurels. So that's another reason for everyone watching. That's why the grading is getting a little bit tougher, but it's getting tougher for everybody. Getting tougher for everybody. But I feel like you'll all thank me later because we need to be graded on a curve, and everyone's so good that like the curve is like, it's like we got to lower the curve and we got to increase the curve to make it harder. And so like that's why little stipulations have like came in to make it a little bit tougher, but it's also to make you draft a complete team. So just throwing that out there. That's for everybody. Okay. IDP Buda Baker, TJ Edwards, Van Ginkel, Sherwood. That's a fire ass start, bro. Got Sherwood in the 15th. Fuck. And Hendrickson, Joseph, Elliott, Brisker, Curl, Marlon Humphreys, and Seiler.
Skyler.
He said have the backup RBs and QBs. Okay, when I get to that, I mean you already got the bump up because of having the backup QBs for sure. And we'll see. We'll check those wide receivers and we'll see the style points like in there. So even though the running backs got dropped a little bit, getting those style points could raise your bench. Zeb in the house. He said, what up? He said, here in Vegas, going to the going to the Pac-Man fight tonight. Nice. I don't know if you're going to be anywhere around Summerlin, but if you want to make your way over to Summerlin, I'm going to be at Dave and Buster's over there here in probably, I don't know, maybe like 2 hours or so. And Stranger said, got to shift that bell back to the center of the curve. He said, make the average again. Yeah, exactly. Like, the real premium is the real premium, man. Golly, Jack, we all suck. Where's Jamie at? Dude, Jamie was so fucking drunk last night. It didn't matter who it was. I'm just reading it off. He's like, dude, that fucking sucks, man. Oh man, that was fucking hilarious. He said, be at the MGM for the fight and going hard. Oh, for sure, man. Yeah, I feel it, bro. Yeah, I feel it. And Jamie said, I'm still drunk. Hell yeah, Jamie was going hard. Let's go. And okay, so let me see. How many IDP? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. Okay. I mean, Hendrickson brings your top 5 down like a tiny little bit, but that's still like an A on like the top 5. But like these guys are bringing it down. It's probably like a B, maybe even a B minus for the bench, but we're going to call it a B plus total for the IDP. And then bench. Where's the bench kick in at? Don't step on Jamie's lawn, damn. And let's see, bench kicks in after Mooney. Yes, it's tough. You started getting all those IDPs. I mean, the IDPs were dope, and you got a B plus. But yeah, your wide receivers kind of hurt a little bit because of it, and bench a little bit. But let's see. So Bigsby and Eckler. So let me see. You said you did get some backups. So there's style points right there. Okay, I'm with it. You still need some guys in addition. Got Algier. Okay. Isaiah Davis, Tisla, Conklin, okay, Cooks, Yami Brown, Hopkins, got Ertz in the mix. I'm gonna give it a B minus. I mean, if you just got those guys and you weren't getting style points also, like in addition, it probably would have been a C plus. But yeah, with the style points in addition to those guys who I think are difference makers, we'll give that a B minus. And this ends up being, it was a B plus for the QBs. It was B minus for the running backs. It was a B for the wide receivers, a B plus for the IDP, and then a B minus for the bench. So quarterbacks, IDP, bringing the score up, and that's bringing it up to, and then the running backs bringing it down one. So up 2, down 1. We got an 86 overall. 86 overall. And Jamie said this is the funniest podcast on the internet for sure. Dude, we had some fun last night. I'll tell you that much. Hell yeah. And Tony, I appreciate the super chat. Appreciate all the support, bro. You're the man. Thanks for being in these. And I appreciate everybody who's in the chat right now showing some love just by being in the chat and spending your time with myself and with the crew. And thank you everybody who's in these drafts, plus all the extra stuff that you're doing, because this is the biggest year ever for this tournament. And like, it's fucking awesome, man. Like, I think that we're nearing 2,400 teams. We're very, very close. Yeah, we're very close. We're within like 25. We're within 25, or we're within 25 teams of 2,400 total teams. It's pretty fucking awesome, because last year we had 1,704, and we've already grown. Let me see. Hold on. I even have the equation already like punched in. Let me see. We've already drafted in 198 divisions, and we've grown by 39.5% from last year to this year, and we still have like a month and a half to go. It's fucking awesome. It's fucking awesome. I know we could get to 300. Like, dude, we're within strike. We're within. We got 33 more percent to go. And that might not be that easy. But if a lot of these days we're filling up 2 and 3 drafts, and that's just like a normal thing, because like right now, okay, there's 47 days left. Like, there's going to be more. Like, dude, just the weekends alone, we're going to have at least 2 drafts. And we've been having like damn near 2 drafts every single day. So if we had 2 drafts every single day for 47 days, we're smashing 300, because on that last day, we're going to have a bunch of drafts for sure. So like, that's even if we're like not doing the slow drafts anymore. But I just opened up another one because enough people said that they would keep joining. So like, as long as like we can keep filling them, I want to fill these for like at least like 2 more weeks, maybe even 3 more weeks. And Jamie, you know what? No, I'm not. I was really thinking about it because like we filled half the league, okay? And then like one person joins, and then like half the league leaves, and then like people join and they leave because they see that person in. But we filled it still in one day. So I'm gonna keep doing it, but it sucks that there's like this small group of people that doesn't want to join because of like one specific person. And he said, I'll take off work that last day to do back-to-back drafts. That's going to be fun, man. If everyone can if everyone is down to take off that Thursday, because Thursday, that's opening day. That's what I'm talking about. And we could do a bunch of drafts that day. And like, that could get us over the hump, or it could just get us higher. I mean, it's going to get us higher and higher, like either way, but that could be the final day that we need to like get to 300. And if we get to 300 drafts, like, dude, 10,000 is going to the winner. That shit's going to be insane. It's going to be such a big prize that I'm going to pay you in 2 separate checks, not just one. So like, either way, the money's going to be on hold when it goes in your bank, but it's going to be way better going in your bank as 2 $5,000 checks versus one $10,000 check. I'd even deposit them on separate days, like if you could, so it doesn't like trigger shit, But yeah, it's going to be fucking awesome. is going to be fucking awesome. And shit, if you want to come to Vegas, I'll pay you in cash. Like I'll get it cashed out from the bank, and I'll get it set up like in advance so I can get the cash out or whatever. I'm sure I just gotta like set it up like a week or so, or maybe a week or two, like in advance or something. Because yeah, it's crazy, man. You can't take a bunch of money out. You can't do that, man. You can't take a bunch of cash. But yeah, if someone wants to come to Vegas to collect, that'd be super fucking cool. And then and then I can just get cash for you, and you can do what you do with it. And yeah, that also makes it a little bit easier for everyone. I mean, not the coming to Vegas part, but just the cash part of everything. All right. Who was next? It is Brown, then Howard. Here we go. But yeah, everybody take off that Thursday, because we can draft. If we get enough people, we can draft in the morning and then have a shitload of afternoon drafts. We can have a couple drafts in the morning if people, like people want to wake up. I mean, it's me waking up, but like, if there's enough people to where people want to draft at like 8 a.m. West Coast time, 11 a.m. West Coast time, and then 2 p.m. West Coast time. Like, I mean, we could have 3 separate time slots so people could get in 3 separate drafts without any overlap at all, because the drafts will finish in 3 hours. And I don't know how that day is going to work. Like, I might just be streaming all day. You guys keep it flowing with super chats. We'll just like keep shit flowing, And Pete said, I'll be tailgating, but if I get reception, I might do a draft opening day. Let's do it, bro. I mean, especially like I said, if we get enough people to do an 8 a.m. West Coast time draft, I mean, that's 11 a.m. for the East Coast guys. That's not even early for you guys. Like, I'd have to wake up a little bit earlier, but if we got enough people in advance that like those are getting filled, dude, it'd be fucking awesome, man. That'd be fucking awesome. Like towards the end, I'm going to be like begging and pleading with people to like, please help fill the leagues in advance to make my life like less stressful on those last couple days, the September like drafts, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, because it'll just make it way better if I already know who's going to be in there. But I'm going to create a bunch of leagues, like extra leagues, like no matter what. I think I've already created up to 288. So I got to do more. Got to get more. And Crispy said, what do you mean no one wants to join us slow? Well, no, there's like a small group of people who don't want to draft with one person specifically. And that person's like, he's in like 20 plus drafts. Like he's in a bunch of them, and he can't do the fast drafts. He does the slow drafts only. And there's a handful of people that are pretty much protesting the slow drafts because of it. So there's enough people that I am confident that will fill the slow drafts. I guess I kind of did that just to, I guess put people's feet to the fire a little bit, and just like make sure that like I just asked, people like, would you guys still join, like no matter like who's in it? And like, yeah, and people were like, yeah, there's maybe like 4 or 5 people who were like, yeah, I'll still join. So as long as we can fill these one league at a time, I mean, because right now, I mean, it's such a huge percentage of the total drafts. I mean, we have, and sorry, Brown, just like edging you right now. But like right now, I mean, dude, I mean, we have like 49 like slow drafts that have happened. I mean, that's like 25% like of the tournament. No, we have 50 because now we already filled the me, myself, and Irene. And yeah, this next one is 8 Mile. Number 201. And like if we fill like, I don't know, 5 or 10 more slow drafts, I mean, that makes it to where it makes it even easier for us to do for us to like potentially reach like 300. I feel like we could do it, like, I mean, there's so many days where we're doing at least 2 drafts, and there's still 47 days, so like 47 times 2 is 94. So even if we do 2 drafts a day the rest of the way, like we're right there. We're right there. So that means if we fill 10 slow drafts, that just makes it that much easier to where we're actually like ahead of the game. You know, any day that we do more than 2 drafts, that just means it's pushing us ahead, you know, of the 300. If we get to 2, that's fucking great. I mean, that means that we're right on pace. If we only do 1, that means we lowered the pace a little bit. But that's pretty much the way that that's going to be the rest of the way. And that last day, last year there was 4 drafts that happened all at 2:00 West Coast time. I bet we could fill a couple time slots for those, and you know, maybe get 5 or 10 drafts just happening that day. And Pete said there's one guy in the slow drafts that flat out said he can run the full clock just because he can. So that's why I stopped originally. Well, tell me who that was, and I'll tell you, you know, like what I would, what you know, what I will do, I guess. And Dominic said Crispy One Sniper is Crispy. Yeah, he changed his name and added the sniper on there. And Tony said, I'm for sure down for a draft day draft. Yeah, for sure. That's going to be September 4th. September 4th. I'm not hosting any redraft drafts that day. Like the last day for the redraft drafts for me are going to be September 3rd. That would be the last day. Okay. Yeah, people get toxic and slow draft, kills it right away. Yeah, and that's one thing that sucks. Like I wish people like didn't take shit so personally. Because it's not personal until like people start getting like offended, make it personal. Okay, yeah, and those, yeah, exactly. Okay, Brown Squad, Love, Stafford, Richardson, yuck. Richardson's the yuck part. And then Cousins, Garoppolo, and then you got Willis.
What are you talking about, Willis?
And so yeah, no backup for Richardson. That kind of ruined it for you there. Stafford's a B, Love's a B minus, Richardson's like a C. Tony said it gets annoying sometimes having to deal with nothing but clock suckers. Well, and seeing here's just one thing that you guys like got to remember. Like I'm all about people having a good experience, and if someone's clock sucking on purpose, you know, just let me know. Just let me know. And even if there's someone who just like seems like they're taking up 4 hours like every single time, also let me know. Because like sometimes it's literally because like they don't see the tag, and I could message them on Facebook. I could message them on Facebook. I could text them sometimes, depending on who it is. Sometimes that'll fix the problem. Sometimes they're clock sucking on purpose, and you know, I'll tell you what I'll do like with those people if it's like, you know, purposely like happening type thing. So just let me know. And so which wasn't even that big of a deal. Would log on a few times and let his pick go in the queue, and then log off, and then full auto, take your time, but just pick. Yeah, for sure. And so yeah, please, just anything like that is going on, like let me know. Like it's tough to like micromanage like every single draft, and it's tough to read every comment in every single like league chat. So like, you know, you guys who are in a bunch, like you guys know that that I'll like handle biz with stuff. So like just bring stuff to my attention, and don't do it publicly, just do it privately. Like text me or send me a sleeper message or a Facebook message or like whatever, you know, because like I don't want to start drama because of this. So like I said, there's multiple ways that I can handle it. And you know, tagging and texting, that's like one of the quick ways that I fix the issue. And then, like I said, there's other ways that I can fix the issue as well. Tony said, life's short, bro. Anytime these guys are in front of you, just take another bong hit. You'll be good. Exactly. And I know that, like, people really, like, take it personally that they're not being tagged or whatever. And, like, you know, like, there's no reason to take it personally. Like, not really, like, anybody knows, like, anybody outside of the draft. But it's, like, one of the people who's, like, you know, the big protester of this guy is it's because he gets super pissed. But like I literally will fix anybody's pick if you just let me know in any kind of reasonable amount of time. So it's like that just shouldn't be an issue, you know. Oh, what the fuck? We were able to draft vets and rookies in that. Hold on, I gotta go fucking change that shit. What the hell? That should not be that way. Fuck. All right, sorry guys. I fixed it. Yeah, not sure why it was like that. What up, Toyota One? He said, wipe my feet on the way in, so that man needs a clock sucking t-shirt. Guys, don't forget the t-shirts are on sale right now for just $12. Like, I think the show gets like $1 kickback off of that. It's like nothing, you know. So it's not even about making any money like off of that. It's about you guys going and getting the 420 crew shirt to be able to rock. Let me show that real quick before we sorry, Brown. Just gonna edge you on your team real quick. But let me go show the t-shirt options real quick because they're only $12, man. The shit is like, dude, you can't even get a fucking Big Mac meal for fucking $12 right now. So yeah, see, look, flash sale on the tees. All tees are $12. Sale ends on the 22nd. And you can pay a bunch of different ways, like PayPal, like all types of shit. So yeah, just go check them out. We got the Snipe City t-shirts. Got the Clock Sucker t-shirt. I mean, we can figure out his address, you know, to send it to. Got the Nug Live t-shirt, 420 crew, skull. We got a couple characters. This one's like, you know, the Mickey Nug or whatever, the Hustler. Do the bong rip. That's the one I'm rocking right now. Got the little mushroom, the double fisting. This 420 crew joint is like one of my favorites. And then we got the 420 crew friends as well. Only $12. And Pete said, how long is the sale? Till the 22nd. And I don't control this. Like this website that I get it through, that I get everything through. Whatever deals they have, I just go along with it. Like, I don't really care about making money like off the merch. Like, you know, like when it's on regular price, I think I make like $4 and some change, you know, per shirt. When it's on this, I think it's like $1, you know, per shirt. So it's not even really about making the money. It's more just about, you know, getting the crew laced up and about just getting more merch, like in general, you know, over time. So yeah, 420crewmerch.com. All right. And have some size. Oh yeah, dude, it goes like all the way up to like 5 or 6X. Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Let me see. Yeah, it goes all the way up to 5X. Yeah. So as long as you're good in a 5X or under, you're good. You're good. I mean, I rock the triple X from them. So yeah, I know that those 4X and 5X, they're on there. And he said, interesting. Since 2004, wide receiver 1 in the bottom 5, offense only 3 wide receivers, top 12. What? Say that again in a better way. TJ, what up, bro? What's going down? So I think they go up, yeah, yep, 5X. And the pizza Callie said I got 3 in my cart. And said I just keep doing I just keep doing the drafts. Yeah, I know, bro. I know. Yeah. 22 July 22nd. So what's that? 3 more days, and it stops somewhere in the evening. So yeah, you want to get that in before. Perfect merchandising for the Broccoli Expo. Oh, dude, fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah, dude. Okay. Where was I at on Brown? Quarterbacks were, you got all the, it was a B minus, and then you got all the, no, you did not get all the backups, so it's going to be a B minus. And then the running backs, Taylor, Kamara, Charbonnet. I mean, Charbonnet is going to bring that down a little bit because of the lack of depth. I mean, because he's like a C to me. Taylor's a B plus, Kamara is a B, Charbonnet is a C. It's like that should almost come down to a B minus, is how much, like, you know, having a guy like that in your starting lineup, I feel like should like bring down the score, especially now. And it's almost inevitable, you know, sometimes depending on how you draft, because, you know, you can't, it's tough to have a perfect draft. So I am going to say that Charbonnet brings them both down. I'm gonna say a B. That's kind of tough. I'm gonna say it's a B, but it should bring it down to a B minus because, like, if you only have 2 running backs, I would also bring it down. Like, I would bring this down to a B, and then I would lower it to a B minus. You know what? For the lack of depth, we're gonna call it that because Charbonnet's like, he's not even gonna be in there, so it might as well be like, there's not even a running back in there anyways. And then we'll put Downs in as your wide receiver. So that's what we're going to do. So it's still a B minus, but that's the reason why. It's because it would have been a B because of the B plus the B. It'd bring it down to the B. And then because of the lack of depth, only 2 running backs, it brings it down 1 more. And yeah, and Crispy showing off the fuck team defense shirt. I know. Do I need to get that one on there? I need to get that one on there. I don't have it there. It was never purchased off of the other one. Guys like Crispy and stuff, like they're so OGs that they had it when I actually had that merchandise like on hand. And yeah. Okay, here we go. Since 2004, so around 20 years, a wide receiver 1 in the bottom 5 offense like the Giants. There are only 3 wide receivers scored in the top 12. Only 3 wide receivers in the top 12 in like 20 years. Yeah, Malik last year. That's crazy. That's just how little that it happens on a bottom 5 offense. And Marco said yesterday I saw a billboard that said Canafair, and they call themselves the biggest broccoli expo. A giant broccoli smoking a joint. Nice, hell yeah, dude. So that's kind of like what this is, right? I mean, almost like it's like a little nug, but And Crispy said that's how you rock that T-shirt. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah, Crispy. You the man, Crispy. And Crispy, I broke it all down how we're like, dude, we're right on pace for 300. We just need like 10 more slow drafts to happen. And we would totally be on, that would totally help us like be over the pace of 300. And Pete said, definitely get that shirt. Fire. Hell yeah. Okay. Where was I at? Wide receivers. Chase, Nico, A, B plus. And then Adams is a B. And then George Pickens and Debo, both B minuses. And then Downs is a B minus also. Maybe even a C plus. Ooh, see, this one's tough, man. This one's tough because, like, I wanted to put, it's like you got 4 that are a B or lower, versus 2. Let me see. I mean, Downs kind of takes away Chase's A, moves him down to a B plus. And then you got 2 B minuses like in there. It is like it averages out to like a B, even getting Chase, like it could average out to a B depending on how low some of these guys are. So I think we're gonna call it. Well, you know why I'm not gonna call this one a B, and we are gonna call this one a B plus because it's 6 players. So I mean the RBs took a hit because of it, and they went down because of the lack of players. I'd say the over amount of players is gonna make it to where I'm not gonna lower this one. Okay, so that is gonna be a B plus. Got to talk this out because I got to be a little bit weird. I'm buckling down on the grades, so everyone's gonna know why, and it's all gonna be for specific reasons. And IDP, Spillane, Love, Luvu, Brandon Jones, Pratt. It's a nice top 5. And Zach Allen, Highsmith, Diaby, that lowers it. Quentin Lake, nice. Khalil, Return of the Mac, lowers it as well too. So I'm gonna say B plus. It is still dope, but yeah, it's not gonna be an A. It's not gonna be low enough to be a. It's not gonna be low enough to be a B. Bench. Bench starts with Charbonnet. So Charbonnet, White, Ray Davis, Shaheed, Likely, Gasicki, Ferguson, Justice Hill, Keenan Allen, Rashard Smith, and Higbee. Let's see. Who would be the difference makers here? I feel like it's good insurance for those, like having those running backs. Like you definitely need that for like not for only having two like in your, so I mean kind of stylish points, I would say, for all of those. But Shaheed likely, Kasicki and Ferguson, those are the guys who probably like make sure to like bring this up to a B minus. So yeah, after those guys being in there, it does bring it up to a B minus. So we got a B minus for the QBs, B minus for the RBs, B plus for the wide receivers, B plus for the IDP, and then a B minus for the bench. So that ends up being, let me see, we're going up for the wide receivers and IDP. We're going up 2, and then we're going down 2 for the running backs and the quarterbacks, and then the bench is neutral. So that is going to be an 85 overall. 85 overall. There we go. All right. Howard, aka Beeman Horses. And let me see. Okay. All right. And the good thing about the weekends is even if I get a little bit busy, we still only have to fill one night draft to still keep us on pace for 300, because we'll fill the 2 that day. And if we fill up a third, whoo. Okay. Here we go. Quarterbacks, Dak, Ward, and Russ. Oh, but he's very dangerous.
It's too much of us, it's dangerous. So dangerous, we so dangerous. My flip mode squad is dangerous.
Got Dart, though. And got Milton and Levi. So you got all of them, right? There we go. Okay. So to me, the way that this breaks down, Dak is a B, Ward is a C plus, and Russ is a C plus. So no matter what, they would bring Dak down a little bit. And I feel like they would bring Dak down shit to like, I mean, they'd bring like just the whole thing like down a little bit. And I would say it would bring it down to like, probably bring it down to a C plus the way that it's working. But then you got all your backups. So it turns that into a B minus. Your running backs, Walker and Connor, both B's to me. Harvey's kind of like a C plus to me, and Mason is like a C to me. So I think it's gonna bring it all down to a B minus, like on that. And Howard said 30 TDs, 30 picks, maybe. And so yeah, that's gonna bring it down to a B minus. Your wide receivers, Jefferson, Lamb, and London. I mean, that's 2 A's and a B plus. Yeah, you really don't even need anyone else in there. And I'm going to say that's an A. And seeing like that's what you kind of have to do to get an A now. Like it really has to be earned. I mean, shit, you have 2 A's, to be able to earn that A with a B plus, guy. And because, yeah, you would have had 2 wide receivers lower. And if you only have 2 wide receivers, you're also taking a knockdown like on the running backs. Like if you just literally are that thin. So, I mean, if you have 3, you're all good in the hood. I mean, unless it's like a backup, like I did with Charbonnet, we pretty much like intertwine those, those last 2 picks or whatever. And IDP starts with Franklin. It's a good start. Nick Cross, Derwin James, Daniil Hunter. So let's see, was that 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. Who's your 5th? Jalen Walker. That hurts your starters a little bit because I'd want someone better than him. Josh Hines Allen kind of sucks. Schlesinger, I would just avoid him and a lot of the rookie IDPs in general. Duggar, solid in the 29th. Turner, solid in the 31st. Knight, another rookie that I would probably avoid. So let's see, how many do you have total? 1, 2, and that's why, like, I'll give as much info, as I can while I'm live, to help you guys, just learn and get a little better. And then don't forget, Howard, if you can join on Patreon, if you join as a paid member, the minimum is $5. You'll get access to like all my IDP rankings. I got like my top like 30, I think, broken down like overall, and then I have like each position broken down by at least top 20. That's the DLs, the DBs, and the LBs. And then also have strength of schedule numbers like on there and players like mixed in offensive wise. And yeah, there's like a lot of draft prep in there. It's a shitload for $5 a month. And then you'll also see the one-on-one like advice. Just look at all the different perks that you get in there, because the $10 one, that's the most popular, because you get the one-on-one advice and because you also get the 10 raffle tickets on there as well. Okay. So where was I at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so not bad. You got the 10. But now out of these guys, the ones who I would say you either picked them too early or you shouldn't have picked them at all. I say Jalen Walker, Josh Hines Allen, Schlesinger, and Knight. So, I mean, that's 4 out of your 10 that I think that you shouldn't have drafted, or you should have drafted way later. And if you couldn't draft them way later, it was probably better for you. So I am going to say that this one is a B. It is, I mean, those top, the top 3 that you have, all money. Daniil Hunter, I mean, I know some people hate on him, but I still think that he's very solid. And yeah, so a B total, you definitely did better, but you still have room for improvement as well. That beats it. Just draft 30. Just draft Reddick in the 35th. And he said rookie's going to get tackles. Well, see, the thing is, a lot of rookies are not going to start for IDP. Like Jalen Walker is probably going to start, but he's not a type of guy that's going to get a bunch of tackles. Like he's probably going to, like the way that he's going to make his money is probably getting after the quarterbacks. I think that's why they drafted him where they did. Kind of same thing with Schlesinger. I don't think he's going to be leading, crazy in tackles. It's going to be more about getting to the quarterback, getting to the sacks. Josh Hines Allen just kind of sucks. Like, I mean, he had his moment under the sun, but that moment has passed. And he said Knight's definitely starting. Well, yeah, but that's one guy, and I still don't like him because, like, even if he is taking over for Pratt over there, and starting, you still got Logan Wilson. He could still put up a bunch of tackles, but I just don't like getting the rookies because, like, if they don't take like a fish to water, it doesn't matter. They're not gonna be relevant enough to make your starting lineup. Like that's also what it is. If he gets like 3 to 4 tackles a game and that's it, and that's his average, and he doesn't have any like 20-point games, like he's probably never getting in your lineup, so it doesn't even matter. So that's why that's why I just tend to avoid the rookie IDPs in this tournament, because you could get other established guys who are more likely to end up giving you 15 to 20-point games than most of these rookies. He said Wilson's cooked. I mean, he might be, but unless Knight is throwing down like 20-point games, it's probably, he's probably not cracking your lineup that much. I don't think him picking up Knight is as bad as you has. Well, no, it's not. It's not about being bad because it's a 35th round. Like, who the fuck cares? Like, you can pick anybody there. It's more just about me talking about the rookie IDPs in general, not necessarily Knight in the 35th round. Like, any rookie you pick in the 35th round, like, I'm not going to hate on like that much. It was more just me, I guess, giving feedback on him saying that Knight's definitely starting and, like that. So I don't hate the pick. Like, it's fine. It's just the rookie IDPs. I try to steer people away from them. And it's not because I'm trying to get them late. Like, you'll never see me really draft a rookie IDP unless it's all the way at the end. And I feel like there's zero options. So That's all I'm saying. I don't hate the pick by any means. And Stranger said Knight's definitely starting. Yeah. And see, and even the what's it called? Is it going to be 100% snaps? Is it going to be 80? Is it going to be 70 something or 60 something? He's an inside linebacker, so it's probably going to be, or middle linebacker actually, so it probably is going to be closer to 100%. And I love Knight for a dynasty. Let's see. He said love Knight coming out of college, but I'm definitely learning. Yeah, and seeing that, and that's also what it is. Like I said, pick whoever the fuck you want in the 35th round, including Knight. Starting linebacker in the 35th round isn't bad either way. It's more of me just the rookie IDPs and just reminding people about that. Like there's more established players that you can get besides those rookie IDPs. I would only take them all the way at the end or like not at all. And see an even Knight all the way at the end. That fits the bill. Okay. And yeah, and you want inside linebackers. Like those are the bread and butter. For sure. And Al Golden, the Bengals DC, bases his defense around the LBs. I hope so. It'll be awesome for Knight. But he's also got to take like a fish to water as well. And so, where's the bench? That's the last part. Oh, did I even give a grade? I think I said a B, right? Yeah. Okay, so the bench. Who was the last on the bench? Was Mason the last guy on the bench? I think so. 5, 6. No, Coleman was the last guy on the bench. Okay, yeah. And if anything, he would have lowered that down, but still tough too. So Burden is actually the first guy on the bench. Burden, Kraft, Chubb, Quentin Johnston. He's a bum. Demario Douglas, Neal, Manning guy, Ayo Man, Dylan, Krosky, and Komet. Difference makers, I feel. Kraft. Might even throw Douglas in there because I don't think that he's like fully going away. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have to give that. A C plus. I would say Mr. 25. So C plus for the what's it called? C plus for the bench. And so we got it was a B minus, a B minus, an A, a B, and a C plus. So this is going up 2 with the wide receivers. And then it's going down 1 from the QBs, down 1 from the RBs, and down 1 from the bench. So up 2, down 3. It's going to be an 84 overall. 84 overall. They said benches are hard with the IDP in the mix. Exactly. It's like you got to find the fine line, of both. And it's tough. It's not easy. It's like it's made hard on purpose because winning this tournament isn't going to be easy. Like it's never been easy. Like the first year we had 120 teams. I filled 10 of these divisions. We drafted them all. They were all slow drafts. It happened in July. And then the next year after that, it was 252 teams. That was 21 divisions. Year 3, 74 divisions. That one we took a huge bump. I mean, that was the biggest out of any bump. Went from 252 to 888. That year, 200, we grew by 252% that year. I was insane. That was the year that we started drafting early and doing fast drafts and slow drafts. Before that, it was all slow drafts. And then last year, 142 divisions, 1,704 teams. We grew by 92% that year. Fucking awesome. And then this year, we've already got through 198 divisions, and there's over 2,300 teams, and we've grown 39% so far. So that's pretty fucking dope. And if we get to 300 divisions, I mean, that'll make more than 100% growth. And if we also get to 300 divisions, that's 3,600 teams. It's fucking insane. And Pete said, winning this will take a lot of luck for sure. And like, it's luck during the season because, you know, people who you play, like literally, like if you get, you know, a bad schedule, you know, like it's going to be a little bit tough to overcome. Like your team has to kick ass, you know, because you have to be in the top 4 of your league after week 14 is complete to make it to the tourney playoffs. And like, shit, if we make it with, 300 teams, that means there's going to be 1,200 fucking, that means there's going to be 1,200 fucking playoff teams in there. It's going to be so, because a third of the tournament makes the playoffs. So yeah, just that alone. And then, you know, then it goes from 1,200, it would drop to 600. And so you'd be going up against 600 people in week 16. And then it drops from there from 600 to 300. And then the top 150 would be in the money in week 17. And like, dude, you got to be, you got to take on 300, take on 300 motherfuckers, you know, in that week. That'd be insane, man. That's going to be such an insane week. All right. So I'm stoked, man. I'm stoked. This is, you know, it's crazy, man. I'm geeked out about this for sure. And yeah, schedule injuries and bye weeks. Yeah, dude, the injuries are gonna like make or break teams, you know, like injuries are why a lot of teams just don't make it. You know, you catch a couple injuries on the bad team and you didn't build up enough depth on the RBs, the wide receivers, QBs, whatever it is, IDP, and that'll just ruin that team. It's just that lottery ticket gets ripped up. So that's why you got to get the depth. That's why you got to get the depth. And for sure, winning's going to take a lot of luck no matter who you are, for sure. And Howard, do you take Kamara over Walker? And he said, got me a better grade. No, because they're both B's to me. So it wouldn't have got you a better grade. No, they're in the same tier, guys. If it's me, I am taking Kamara probably higher than Walker because I like his whole season. But Walker's got a better playoff schedule than Kamara. He said the RBs go fast. Said it hurts me in the last draft. Yeah, because you got to have RBs. You know, you're not going to be able to pick anybody up off of waivers. So that's why just even having the 2 RBs or the 2 wide receivers when you can't pick up off of waivers, like that just makes me like lower the it just makes me lower it that one extra tick. And I'm calling it CMC. Man, knock it off, man. Knock it off. All right. I appreciate you guys. We got stay through the credits. I just updated this week, but if we got any new 420 crew members or whatever, you know, we got some people who are raising and lowering and all that stuff. So I'm going to try to be on that like once a week or at least every other week. Salute to Justin Pickle in a Jar, executive producer. Salute to the producers. Salute to the co-producers. Yes. Some new names there. Salute to the associate producers. Some new names there as well. Appreciate you. Salute to our epic supporters, some who have been around forever and ever and ever. And salute to our awesome supporters, some who have been around forever and ever and ever and ever. I appreciate you guys. We'll see you for the 6 p.m. draft. More than likely, I'm going to Dave & Buster's with Noble, so I don't know how everything's going to work because if they're having a lot of fun, depending on the schedule, I'm probably not going to rush it. You know, maybe have a drink or two while I'm there, but might be there for like hours and hours. So, you know, we'll see what's up. I got my vape ready, but I don't think you can vape in there though. So, all right, we'll see you guys later. Peace out, everybody.
Defense on me.
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. If they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played the Titans.
Here comes the